video, in this one, we'll be talking about how we can create the louvers and convert them into deeper or shallower, no, not shallow, narrower uh, louvers by using an attractor point. So let's grab the attractor point first. If I grab a surface here, just connect this surface in, and as you know, what I'll be doing is I'll be creating another surface here and then connect them all over the place. This might be here, this can go over. If I evaluate surface here, you remember this from the previous videos probably. So I connected over here, I can create an empty slider and connect the empty slider here. Oops, sorry, another empty slider and connect it over here. And what this will give me is my attractor point, which we can use or visualize them as spheres. So if I put 2.00 and preview, custom preview, it would be pink. That's fine. And preview off, group this, group them as well. These are my attractor points, but the problem with those attractor points are actually they are defined or they are going to be used to determine what I'll be doing, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm creating these segments and creating all these horizontals and verticals all over the place. So if this is going to be a horizontal and if this is going to be a vertical, I am defining it here, right? So if I say vertical, they're going to be all vertical. So what I can do here is instead of using these horizontals and verticals like this, I can also add another kind of an organization here, which is going to be U count is 20, V count is 7. So if I do this one, adding this group, and if I do this one, preview this all off for a second, what I'll be seeing here? I'll be seeing here is, as you see, 20 surfaces, and all these surfaces are having this, right? All having these as my lateral yet singular louvers. So these can be like vertical, horizontal here, but one thing we can do here is to have this, right? Connect this over here, and if I do the same thing, what I'll be seeing is, like, let's say if I grab a list item, so if I put an edge here, you see they're all going to have these edges. But if I grab, like, let's say 2, what I'm having here is basically that one and this one. So what I'm looking for is the first one, right? This one to be my louvers. Obviously you may want to have, you want to have the third one because it's sort of the top for each of them, and I can understand it from the bottom floor. And what I'll be doing is I can extrude this, right? Again, with the y directions. But if I want to have this in horizontal way, what I need to do is different, right? So copy this and paste this time again. And this time it's going to be, as in this one, it's going to be not 1. This is going to be 1, and this is going to be 7. If you remember from the previous video, because now what I'm seeing is this guy, this is my guy, but I want to have these as these as my louvers. So what I'll be doing here is basically taking this, and then connecting over here. Why I'll be doing that? Because if I just need to see this, I mean, this is a short and very nice visualization, but it's sort of a loop or it's sort of a paradox. Then I need to take this and create like a bunch of other parameters to create sort of an extrusion or variant extrusion. But if I delete this now, and if I like change this. Like let's say this is like the edit, vertical, horizontal, vertical by floor equals 3, horizontal by floor equals 4. And if I add 2 more gates here, this is what I said, vertical by floor, connect this over here, vertical by horizontal by floor, add that here. And now with all these curves, like let's say if I select vertical by floor, you see it does this, horizontal by floor, we are not getting anything. Why? Maybe I forgot to change the thing. Okay, 2, it needs to be 2, it needs to be 3. Horizontal by floor, vertical by floor, and this is supposed to change it because this is horizontal by floor, horizontal, and this is vertical by floor. If I'm not mistaken, this is vertical, this is horizontal, and this needs to change as well. I messed this up. This is vertical, and this is horizontal. Or maybe I'm still making it wrong, I don't know. Yeah, this is horizontal and horizontal by floor. So the next thing that I'll be doing is I'll be basically taking the distance of each curve's midpoint to my attractor point, right? So if I grab a closest point and if I connect, maybe I can flatten this point on curve, it's going to be, you see, like 20 points. It's my point, and my point cloud is my attractor point, so I can connect this here as well and connect this over here. In the meantime, I can group this and group this as well. This is quite important. Maybe I can draw something around this guy. And this is also quite important, so I can do the same thing here. And maybe like that though, but maybe create a sketch in between these two. In between, the color can be red. Okay. And the next thing that I'll be doing, I'll be remapping the distances, of course, with my source value and my target value. And my target value, let's say we want to change the depth between 50 centimeters to 2.5 meters. But this time what I want to have is, if they're closer to attractor point, I want them to be longer. That's why I connect the other way around. And then if I connect this here, see what we are having. You see, when we are having them closer to my attractor point, they go up. And even I can do this. But when they are not close to my attractor point, they're coming here. The attractor point can be your sun, your something, anything. And whenever I change this vertical, you see each individual panel, each individual louver has changed. Vertical by floor, now they are changing by floor. So what I can do here is split, and that is basically it. So of course what I can do here is copy this and paste this, add this to this group, put this in, clear this off, make it, I don't know, grayish, and turn off the rest. So that's basically what we do. This color is horrible. Yeah, this is better. So what we have done here is create this conceptual facade. These are the louvers that I created, and when I say vertical, each of them is vertical. Horizontals, now I have different lengths in horizontals, and that is pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you in the next playlist.